From Mother Jones magazine, one of the just-released cables obtained by Wikileaks sent from the U.S. Embassy in Madrid to the State Department details how in its first months in office, the Obama administration sought to protect Bush administration officials facing criminal investigation overseas for their involvement in establishing policies that governed interrogations of detained terrorist suspects. The document says the Obama administration, working with Republicans, leaned on Spain to derail this potential prosecution. The previous month, a Spanish human rights group called the Association for the Dignity of Spanish Prisoners had requested that Spain's national court indict 6 former Bush officials for, as the cable describes it, quote, creating a legal framework that allegedly permitted torture. The 6 were former Attorney General Alberto Gonzales, David Addington, former Chief of Staff and legal advisor to Vice President Dick Cheney, William Haines, the Pentagon's former General Counsel, Douglas Feith, former Undersecretary of Defense for Policy, Jay Bybee, former head of the Justice Department's Office of Legal Counsel, and John Yoo, a former official in the Office of Legal Counsel. The human rights group contended that Spain had a duty to open an investigation under the nation's universal jurisdiction law, which permits its legal system to prosecute overseas human rights crimes involving Spanish citizens and residents. 5 Guantanamo detainees, the group maintained, fit that criteria. The cables show a concerted effort of U.S. embassy officials, along with Republican senators, jointly applying pressure on Spain to kill the investigation of the former Bush officials. One cable noted that the Americans, quote, underscored that the prosecutions would not be understood or accepted in the U.S. and would have an enormous impact on the bilateral relationship between Spain and the United States. The efforts paid off. In April of 2009, Spanish Attorney General Conde-Pumpido publicly declared that he would not support the criminal complaint, calling it fraudulent and political. And in June, coincidentally or not, the Spanish Parliament passed legislation narrowing the use of universal jurisdiction. Several human rights groups filed a brief urging this judge to keep the case alive, citing the Obama administration's failure to prosecute the Bush officials. Since then, there's been no action. The Obama administration essentially got what it wanted. The case of the Bush 6 went away.